Hey everybody, this is Rory McDonald from MacDon and Associates coming to you with the next episode of Tuesdays with Rory. I have in the studio today a new agent here at EXP Clinton Township. This is Brandon Schorman. Super pumped to have him here in the studio. We'll get into kind of your transition over to EXP. But more than anything, man, let's kick it off with you just kind of sharing who you are, what you're all about, and what brings you to the real estate game more than anything.
Yeah, so like Rory mentioned, my name's Brandon. I got into the real estate business last September. It's been a great ride so far. I'm excited to learn more and more every day. I originally actually went to college at Central Michigan, and that didn't end up obviously being a path I decided to choose. And I had a ton of people coming to me telling me to get into real estate. So I kind of took it aside as a sign from God and kind of just followed my heart to it. And, I've enjoyed it ever since. I grew up in Macomb County, and I actually moved to Richmond, where Rory lives, 5 years ago, and I had my high school experience there.
Yeah. Football player too, right?
Yeah, football player, baseball player, basketball player, you name it.
Yeah, anything with a sport, anything with a ball.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, grew up in that area. For those of you who don't know, Richmond is I always in just talking to people, Richmond, I look at it as like the Romeo of, the east side of Macomb County. You know what I mean?
A little bit smaller, but
yeah,
a
little bit smaller. There's not a main road running through it too. Like you don't have 53, you don't have any of those, obviously, what is it, 69 that's north of us? That's pretty close.
Yeah, 69. Yeah. And then you got 94 if you go down to New Haven.
Yeah, but it's like this little pocket that's still small town, but it's growing, it's getting bigger, it's expanding, still good schools, still good area, like there's a lot of huge positives to the Richmond area that, my family and I are super, super happy with.
Oh, it was the best decision I've ever made to go play football there and go to high school there. I don't regret it whatsoever. It's amazing small town.
Yeah. No, it's good for sure. So how long have you been in the real estate game?
I got my license last September. So about
coming up on a year.
Yeah.
Okay. So got your license then. For those of you who are listening to this, you're probably thinking like, oh my gosh, especially if you have a real estate license and you're an agent, you go back, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, when the rates were 2.5%. And, every buyer who was getting in a house had no problem going above and beyond and writing all these crazy offers because they knew that the rate was lower, regardless of what it is that happened with the market. They were going to have a cheaper priced home. And right now it's quite different. We just got a buyer under contract recently for 7.5% on an interest rate, which is like, it's crazy to think about, but it's just the way that things are today. But my question for you, Brandon, is coming in and not having experienced that like super high pace, easy real estate market. How are you noticing things now? Like what has your experience been getting into the real estate market, specifically sales? What's your experience been so far?
Yeah. So I know that I didn't get in the best time, but I'm kind of taking it as a learning curve. I'd rather get in when it's tough. I know people are saying the market's, rough right now. It's hard. And, it's obviously a little bit more tough than what we've seen. But, I'd rather take these opportunities to learn the business. So that way, when we do get to a point where it's easy like that and the interest rate's low and there's sellers and there's buyers like crazy, hey, I know exactly what I'm supposed to do. I know exactly how to assist these people. And, while the business is a little bit slower, I can take that opportunity to create content, get my name out there, kind of build my brand and whatnot. As far as the sales side, that's kind of still relatively new to me. I used to work landscaping and at a car wash for those that don't know. So I'm pretty new to the sales business, but I'm learning the scripts and I'm kind of learning how to, talk to people and just be a good person to people. I feel like that's the best way to go about things like that. But yeah, I'm super stoked and just interested to learn more about where the market's going to take us.
Yeah.
So
100%. I'm glad that you said this because this is a huge thing that exists within not just real estate, but really the sales game in general, right? Like we are salesmen, we sell houses. There are people out there. There are salesmen out there who sell appliances or cars, or you go down the list, there's all kinds of stuff. Microphones, headphones, all of it, right?
Right.
All of this stuff gets sold. One of the things that I've really shifted, and this isn't like one of the things real estate wise that I'm glad I knew this walking in. So this is like, it makes it easy for us to have this conversation. Not everybody thinks that way. You know what I mean? Like there is this like Wolf of Wall Street real estate agent out there that puts on a real good facade and makes it seem like they're happy-go-lucky, will take care of you no matter what. And reality is they're railroading you every way that they possibly can just to get a sale. That exists. It is real. And I'm thankful that that's not the mindset that you have being a part of our team here at McDonald's or EXP Realty, I should say. Yeah, no, dude, it's, and the other thing too, you said like the idea of like, yeah, I could have got in when it was easy. I could have got in when it was really easy, but I don't want to do that. I want to get in when it's hard. I want to get in when I have to work twice as hard for that purchaser to find them home because there's just none on the market. I got to reach out to the entire neighborhood to find the seller in order to find my buyer a home. Like there's a nobleness, if that makes sense, of like, no, I'm going to go above and beyond even when the times are difficult. That, dude, I can respect that 100%. I think it makes me thankful that you said yes to coming over here to EXP Clinton Twp.
Right. Yeah. It builds good habits.
Oh, 100%. Sure. 100%. So that being said, man, you recently transitioned over to EXP, like within the last couple of weeks. It's a very new thing for you, right?
Yeah, very new. I was originally with KW. I don't know exactly how you want me to approach this question, but
well, let's do this. We have no ill will or anything negative to say about anybody, anything over at KW or really any other real estate agency, for example. Like great people, great agency. Numbers made more sense over here.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So obviously, for financial reasons as well, is one of the reasons that I decided to make the switch. It's also closer to home too. So I have grandmas and grandpas and family and whatnot. So it's nice being close to home too, if and when something comes up. And it's just something that I felt God was calling me to do as well. I had a couple of meetings with you, Rory, and I met a couple other people and just sat right with me. It just seems like people that, have the best intentions for me. And that's what's most important to me. If you want success for me, I want success for you, kind of that type of environment and relationship with everybody. That's important in business. And I think that's what breeds success. So it's part of another reason that I decided to come over, and I'm just excited to see like what I can do on my own too. Cause for those of you who don't know, I was on a real estate team as well for majority of my career, besides the first 2 months that I was in the business. And so I haven't really experienced the independent side. So I'm really excited to dive in there and kind of start my own brand and kind of brand myself.
Yeah. Yep. I think that's good. So just to give everybody a little bit of context with that, with the team side. So obviously there's EXP Clinton Township, which is the office that we are operating out of. But within this office, we have MacDown Associates, which is my branding, my team. And so what we've kind of done is shift our approach when it comes to helping other real estate agencies here in Macomb County, Oakland County, and St. Clair County in going, hey, come work out of this office. Come see how I've created my agency, how I've created my team, and what it is that we've done to be successful over the last, 7 years or whatever it's been, as a means of being able to take your business and lift it up. Because it's just reality. This is one of the things that exists in our industry, and you've seen it too. People have a tendency to get all the information and hide it and hoard it and go like, no, I'm not sharing this with anybody. Why would I do that? If I give this to you, you're going to be selling houses to the clients that I could potentially have sold them to. And now I'm losing. No, stop. Like there's enough to go around. There's plenty to go around. Real estate agents are dropping out every single day. There's plenty of houses to sell. It's just a matter of going out there, doing the work, and actually making it happen, which I've given this information away to a lot of people. Some of you might even be watching this and y'all don't even use it. You don't even use it. So it makes it easier for me to open up my arms, open up my office, open up this area, open up the podcast, and be able to have people like you, Brandon, coming in here and going, hey, I want to learn. Teach me. I'm ready to go. Teach me. I'll be here at 8 o'clock every morning, whatever it takes. Like I will be here. Teach me how to do this. It's encouraging and it's good. But you've probably noticed that too. That's kind of the cool thing about that I've noticed here at EXP is people's willingness to do that exact same thing.
Right. Yeah. So, just another example of that too is just last week, me and Rory went to an EXP event out in Pontiac, and it was an AI event. We had some top producers, actually multiple top producers come in and kind of talk about how they built their business and whatnot and how to leverage AI to expand their business. And that's just one of the very few events that, EXP offers. I thought it was very educational, took a ton of notes. Me and Rory actually took one of those, Descript. And
yeah,
that was one of the sources they gave us. And we're going to actually end up using that to help us out here. So
yeah. No, it's nice being able to lean on what other people are doing really, really well to build their brand and build their business and grow. And their willingness to open it up and be open-handed with it, because a lot of people say that they are, but there's things that people are holding back. It's just as reality. It happens. But no, man, I'm super pumped. I'm excited to have you on the podcast here today. Obviously it's a shorter episode, but there's nothing wrong with that, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Anytime.
So pumped to have you on, be a part of this, and be a part of the office and the environment that we have here at MacDown Associates and Royal Health Insurance Group. What it is that we're trying to do. So if anybody's out there, obviously we've got going across the bottom of the screen right here. Oh, other way, going that way. You guys, that is our office phone number here. So that is to the direct line to the office. So if you want to reach out to me or to Brandon, if you have more questions about what it is that's happening here, the agents that we're adding on, what our goals, what environment we're trying to create here in this office, definitely reach out to us. But if anybody out there wants to reach out to you directly, Brandon, what's the best way for them to do that?
Yeah, you can contact my cell phone number at 586-482-2229. I'd love to hear from you guys and connect.
I love it. I love it. Super thankful to have you on the studio or here in the studio today, Brandon, and be a part of what it is that's happening here, man. We got lots of good things coming.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm stoked. I appreciate it.
I love it. I love it. Thank you guys for checking out today's episode of Tuesdays with Rory. We will catch you next time. Besides that, you guys have a blessed day. We'll see you.